yeah, obi to make us say in the olden days, in dispensation of time, God gives and they make it alive. Is our Bible verse, no? Our Mokoti, you know. It is some attributes of God that a human being, in our perspective, is describing the revelation of God in its massive structure. What I say, in all that angle. But the statement that people will say that God has taken life, God does not play that game at all. And that one is part of our Christian foundation. As the good God theory. That one I wrote it down. Yes. Nyankopon doesn't play in that affairs. So be what there are forces at play. Some of them omuwu, because there are certain things that have happened. And there are so many contrasts you can go into. There are so many spiritual activities that can happen. There are so many people that want you dead that you may not even know. What is saying? There are many people that fall because people have shot them in the realm of the spirit. They've worked certain things, made sacrifices against them in the realm of the spirit. And we will show up along the line and try to interfere and break off that pathway. When to me I'm breaking off that pathway, the death will be imminent and then it will happen. Exactly. Wow. And that is how that situations take place.
Okay. Now back to leaders in the minimum sophobia last election. Or say who in the realms of life the world say na abano MPP dia say na ka kire me o me sure so tie enti o wie no asamba o se ba onim bi NDC fo na be hu yen enti ya tene ade na wo wiem ama eko NDC fo ho tie ba sa na be se me hu say so for no 2 million de atene ana nyame na atene we get confused because say nyame na si hene dia na say nyame say MPP ne be wini ana NDC ya na prophet mi tene ade no wiem yes,
so that's why I make two difference, you know? In operation,
yes,
I think I have to break it down better for
yes.
you. In operation, we have timeline prophetic operation, which is like Ezekiel more and other thing, and that's where I fall. Though I can do other angles by the grace of God. And then there is prophecies that are conditional prophecies, which is based on review. We can review spiritually at any given time. I don't know two kinds of prophecies. Then we have this thing now, like when I was explaining to you, say when be the president, there are happenings that can prevent it. Because even your background alters, foundational alters, cases, and many other things that you can get yourself involved in can prevent you from achieving your ultimate goal. And all those things can play the role and cut your time off before that angle. Met me who will be today, right? Abia at the age of 40 is supposed to be in London. And then he's supposed to live in London for 5 years and come to Ghana at the age of 45 years and become a president in Ghana. But then at the age of 40, you will see the person in America. He's in the wrong timeline. Once he's in the wrong timeline, his entire life is wrong. I want him to be president until he dies, because in the timeline, he has gone off the timeline. And one thing I realized, that the devil was strategically misaligning people's time and their destinies. So Jesus, when he came on the face of the earth, he knew exactly where he had to be. Jerusalem. On him said Jerusalem is where the problem is going to come from. He got there, he knew where the problem was going to come from. He knew he was going to be arrested there. The disciples knew because he had told them that these are the things that are going to happen. Some of them wanted to prevent him, but then he knew exactly what he was going to do. He knew where to be, where not to be, where to go, where to sit, because he wanted to be aligned in time. Or baby, no person or see, no, I cannot be king over here, because he understood his time and he understood his purpose. If he had become a king at that place, that would have been the end of the whole story. And so that's how these structures work. And so be Ebeka say washen come for somebody to become president, and adane dania, it means it's a conditional reality. It is not based in the full timeline. And in conditional reality, like I say, NDC, MPP, and most of those decisions are made because we belong to something. All right. And to be say, oh no, you're NDC for profit, and I say, wabeshen come, and NDC for abano, and MPP for abano, and it's based on saying abano, or be ya kwancha, then adani abo momo is conditional. But when we come and we tell you it is timeline, like the way I bar on the 7th December, before the 7th December election, I said the election result is 57% for Mahama, and there's nothing anybody can do about it, because I've seen the end of time. It has been concluded. My own date and time and the moment. Nothing. And when I was done, me danino as my home Wi-Fi password, the percentage of all the election for both parties. Wow. Yes. Wow. It was my household Wi-Fi password. Me man no be Ghana. that time when I made it a password, they
Yes.
have traveled abroad. Who click on
Yes.
who click on it, and then it was an iPhone. You click, you can see the
Aye,
password.
aye.
You will still see that the percentages is there.
Wow.
They were not in Ghana before the election,
But-
way before the election.
Wow.
But the exact election result was it's still our household password.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow. When we say last time about how say NDC for Akunya or Mabetana, so Mary for 16 years.
16 years.
So for be to me over 10 or the Nana Asili.
It's sealed.
We need a sealed.
It's sealed. You see, we mastering time and fourth dimension. The only way you can tweak it is not by you standing in some park or can say, call around the nation. Ade akwanchebia kogu baby to turn it. You are far from it. What that means is where we are. It only takes somebody in the fourth dimension to map time and misdirect one person. Or to me, misdirecting one person, not misdirecting Ipana. Immediately, it can throw everybody off. When to me, I'm misdirecting Ipana, that's it. The time will be fulfilled.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And each timeline has a catalyst. And when I prophesy, I put in all the catalysts.
Okay.
And to whom that this will have to happen for this to happen, and that will have to happen for that to happen.
Wow.
And a chain of operations, like a pathway, landmarks. Now, once all two coin now
Yes.
we were, then you know you're going on the same direction.
And maybe Baba Ghana ha female president da. One who be sao in the realms of
Yes,
life.
yes.
One
Yes, you're being a female president.
Ebeche.
Very far.
Very far.
Very, very far.
How
Yeah.
far?
Oh, I've seen the time of the female president, but the catalyst is the problem. Once I tell you the president, the time, I have to tell you the catalyst, and it's not
Catalyst in
revealed
here,
yet. Which means
Nipa be
the thing that will happen before the person will become the president. And
But what can I be say Anna?
no. But once I tell you, I have to tell you the catalyst, and I'm not. The catalyst is too small now. You don't want a lot of pressure on them,
Okay.
as it stands now.
Wow. Wow. Na say the what kind there one say emphasis say the NDC for the year say
Yes.
on betena so 16 years yi say na ewura dwoma mama mo ompo ombeda o say in the realms of life na silly there omopo mo nya adwuma biem because they will reign for 16 years and so
Exactly.
because you be kwa to aba so still
And then I told you, say, you see, once time is set, it takes happenings to fulfill time. What's the nature? It takes happening. That's why there are catalysts in time.
Okay.
The catalysts are landmarks in time.
Okay.
So say a catcher will say you will end up in Kumasi within that timeline. But then these are your catalysts. Follow them and get there.
Okay.
Because if your catcher say Kumasi na map, you will never get there no matter what.
so when nim ho dia
You don't have a map.
Yeah.
You will never
How do you
get
go?
there. Exactly. So every prophecy comes with the time pattern and then the catalyst and the pathway to get there.
the catalyst na the nya dia party ni na the mom catalyst no
Yes.
say say yeah
Exactly. But some are out there.
Okay.
Like the way I told you that if Mama will go for election for 8 years of election, who was the catalyst? It was the vice president. And I explained it to everybody clearly. Before the vice president became a vice president, even before she became a running mate,
Yeah.
now I had told somebody already, one of his people that came to me already, that they shouldn't worry. They were panicking. I said, don't worry. She will become the running mate. If she becomes the running mate, she will become vice president. It's written message that I've sent to the person way back in January 10th, before they even elected her as running mate, before she became vice president, because she's the catalyst. And then the condition of the time is dependent on the turn of the catalyst, which the catalyst cannot control.
okay
It's not within a control. And then I told you people, say, you will be there and then the vice president will fall off. And it will be within 2 years of the party, the presidency.
NDC party
Yes. Either the vice president is out, she moves out of the way, and or she's out of the way in any condition.
Yeah,
so I
get it.
placed that one there very clearly. And then once you begin to see this thing happening, I gave you 2 things. If you see that happening, it means this is going to happen. If you see this one does not happen, it means this is going to happen.
but that's the way there's who deep party anti ase crap na say anti ase ya amamu ya yebui your vice president no ono de obesan wo kwam sana apachire
Yes.
nti either way bia obetimi di assign either so no be decide say wa bre obeso home
Exactly.
nature ankasa na be you know which is sana apachire
May I explain so on the sign in time I'm watching happenings. She was not there. The mama was running as a president alone. What you say? Before the next election. So that is what made Chechu much.
Okay.
So that's what decides if Mama will go 8 years or not. And it has already started happening.
Because my room or Chrome say, the way the system is running, no. And we are Mama Beko 8 years. Until Besemu says Sunsumuno, 8 years and 4 years now.
Exactly. The catalyst. I always tell people that prophecy is in quotes. It's not a confused this thing. The Emma, when I prophesy, is very unique. I will tell you what will happen, which is beyond your control. That will cause the next thing to happen. Like the way I told you how MPP will lose the election. I told them that Alan on that same date. I mentioned the date. That time no Muyi party executive chairman was then to even choose the date. But I showed them the exact date that they will do the thing. The day pepe. They will do it. That time, no executive chairman Pomba Obeka say, "Oh, they say Yashem you choose this date." We chose the date for them in time. We told you ahead of time, and they did it in that same date. What are the odds that is possible to happen? And then I went ahead to tell you that you people are there. Alan is contesting everything. Alan will leave the party, form his own party. Oh, honum crowd, also, or move your moya, and no, you free party no more. That was the catalyst. And if these things happen, Mama becomes president with 57%. You see how it is? Yes, which means the catalyst is breached. Once the catalyst is breached, the other way is where it is going.
Wow. And yeah, say you Mama we are. Yahu say a man for Bob Julius Debra General Mosquito. No why not a pa. Because Omumi no deep pani yeti our NDC side. Julius Debra General Mosquito. In fact, almost omu nena masia kra ye underground works will be ye ni normal. Why na who say obey ho? What the man accurate kra na. Why na they know here
I've already mentioned it.
NANT.
Munti, and let me explain it why in a very simple way. Once Mama finishes his election, I want to explain it to everybody in a very simple way, in a very, very simple manner. Unless General Asiedu Nketiah is dead, is the next president. He's called the president of the kings. Ajasi. Oya himfo omo president. Yes. When he becomes president, he will be the president that will be on the street. He will be the president that will make Ghana work at the same time. When we say Ghana develops like this, this is spiritual secret I'm revealing to you.
Okay.
Exactly. And my prophecies, it is not by conversation. And you say, me no catch me, now come and prophet. No. About what he wants to do or anything. No. My prophecies comes ahead of their plans. Yeah. So when they are planning it, mission come now Bob plan. That's how God works. So these prophecies by the grace of God. Or not be a president of the kings. Or not be a president like how Ghana develops. Almost an crowd developing. Other parts are not developing. His presidency will rule with kings. And all the country, all the 16 regions will function at the same time, developing at the same time.
Wow.
Yes.
With the help of kings.
The kings, yes. Yes.
Obey involve.
Absolutely. Wow. He'll be the president of the king.
Nampacho Obey General Mosquito Onimo.
Almost everybody knows me quite in the political era. He has said this so many times.
And yes, but is there anything that can stop this?
Right now, time has been mapped, so now we follow the catalyst. That's the most important thing we do now. Yes.
Wow. And I'm so more idea. Mubejinano. You be a baby, I'm about to Jana.
We'll see what God will do. Once, you see, one thing about timeline is once the time is set, we'll protect the timeline.
Okay.
We have to protect the sanity of the timeline. We are watchers, masters of time. Yeah. So we have to make sure that we protect the time so that it doesn't breach, because any other way, we don't know. Okay. So if it goes off that pathway, what can happen may be drastic. So we keep the time that we have. So once Mama was supposed to become president, we were protecting him to the final end. Until the prophecy is done. Yes. Wow. But it will happen. That's the thing.
Now, MPP, the Armetisa Waka Wasem said, almost abanom kotono.
Yes.
Omo kano pomunda Baumia neko.
Exactly. And whoever that even wins that part, all of them will amount to 44%. 44.78%.
Other people no.
Everybody that runs the election result is already set 53% against 44.78. Yes.
Wow. 53 there about me there.
No. American general election for 2028.
I may can be before the end.
Okay.
About me and BB.
Oh, about me.
2031. The next election
32.
2032. No, Ghana the America.
Yes.
I don't know what my figure.
Maka 2028.
2028 na waka this year.
53, 44, 70.
My figure no the basic. Wow. I'm enjoying the conversation, but I'm taking away from politics.
Yes,
you know.
Another
issue be so. Do rivers, waters, do they have spirit?
Yes.
Good. Now then, since you are home. Ye two galam say na ye sense you. Na home na team na wen na ekoso. What's happening?
Let me break it down to you. In the time of the Bible, in scriptural structure from time, we realize something happened. In the Bible, there was a great flood. But before the flood, in Genesis chapter 6, the Bible said that the sons of God came and make wives with the daughters of men. And they gave birth to Nephilims. Nephilims no more demons. No. Those demons in the time of the flood were washed away. So they lost their bodily form. And then when they lost their bodily form, they inhabited certain objects like trees, rivers, mountain, minerals, and many other things. And that's how they ended up in those things. And what happens is that those people have their spirit available in those things. And once you make sacrifices to them, you can be able to activate their workings. Okay. And your sacrifice will create a portal that gives them the chance to function. They cannot operate in the affairs of men unless there is an altar. What you say? Okay. And so you see, in Siobi your friend Antoine
yes.
In Sio.
Yes.
When you make sacrifice to the water, you invoke it. When you invoke it, you've created an altar where the water body is. What is in a And then the water doesn't become the altar, but the location becomes the altar. And probably there is a portion of it that has become altar from the ancient times. And once the altar is not abided by, the demon or the spirit in it cannot be activated. If it cannot be activated, you can go there and play basketball. You can take the idol and throw it up and down. It will do nothing. Yes. Because it works with portals. There are certain rivers, the portals are shut. Okay. So there is no spirit inside the river activated. But unless they activate the portals. Wow. What you say? Yeah. And so like their like things that the water doesn't like, automatically the spirit shuts down. If it shuts down, does it? And secondly, some of us when you crossing you na demon be
okay.
Yes.
Wow. As I demon in your papa.
Oh, as ensure they say ensure they are evil spirits. Like spirits of God.
Positive.
Positive. Yeah, there's nothing called ensure be war. Ensure be anewa eti bibia krobia so then so obeka say papa. They signed a very bad dark contract. And I make it say abonsamfo and like altars and mountains and trees and things, those gods, they do not take sheeps. Okay. Neither do they take cows. Okay. The cows and the sheep is just for invocation. They take something from you, the human being. And to exactly. So the contract is not cows and sheep. Wow. Exactly. They know the mama not chinawari. But then the rest of the situation, is very dark.
You already see now no achimu wenchino. Galam say pity bi bugumu. Okay. Manipa over 30 we. Okay. And also no physical and I more spiritual.
It can be very, very spiritual because probably there's an altar there and they are tampering with the altar and there's a guardian of the altar. Any altar without a guardian cannot be left open. What I say to shut down. So once there's a guardian of the altar, muya adeno or mama warning, adena muya no muya, it can invoke the spirits against you. Yes.
Yenim say go do so. You say go do pemoja pa. I don't know whether you've heard it before.
Sikaya moja. Wherever there is money, there is distraction.
Wow. Auntie,
Because it is money that people are hunting for. You see, gold is money that is there. See, obi $1 million to a bontin. See, obi anko. I'm telling you, people will die.
Yes,
and to gold knows the same with money underground. Obi a pre so there will be bloodshed. Wow. Exactly.
But can we ever stop this galamsey thing?
Galamsey thing. Yeah. Oh, there is a way they can do. You see, the best way to be able to do turn galamsey off is redirection. Okay. People are doing galamsey.
And spiritual.
And spiritual. It's redirection. Oh, okay. Redirection.
We're more physical than
and so more redirect you. If you redirect the forces, they will stop. Because the people, no matter whatever you do, they will go there. Which they are still there. If they are able to redirect them. They will be redirected somewhere else, and they'll forget about that thing, and then the right things will be done. Exactly. Wow. But then, other than that, that one is the work of the government. We can't pray for them to stop.
When a prophet has him, wow. Yes, you say, "Anan komono, ye we are ne haying." Namum, answer ne be no. Mamu say me no me sabi. Nan say, ye nyina nim say heat pa koso America.
Okay.
Ama e bia ka Ghana. In fact, they say no. Ghana no first is in Kauntu Kwanda na okope American visa. As a first time no B1 B2 no yama 5 years.
Exactly.
Donald Trump buy no say sa no money na wajai. Sa no mana Donald Trump year with amaya hodo Nigeria, Ethiopia ne wan no. When hu bibia sa di we betim dia ba o e de ha bi beba ana ebeko say ya smooth akosi so be wi na wako.
It will be smooth, but he will change his mind. He will review Ghana's documentation. Wow. Yes, because I saw it changed. I've told quite a lot of people. Said that 3 months it will just change. Exactly. And then it will be better. It will just change it again.
For Ghana alone?
Yes. Or for another countries as well. Okay. Obekwa in 3 years it will just drop back and change so many things. And you'll be there, people will be shouting, hey, they've changed the visa, this thing. Yeah. But it will bring it in a different way. Okay. And add another thing to it. Yes.
Adwumtofo no nanse ba ku bi obi ahye ne kona me monidin ono me bonidin wa asisi apasema ba na ne fans ne busa me say sofu bi ahye ne honkom ne yesi na nipa yi ubonidin so a ebedi watimi me bonidin. But in the realms of life, you know, one anything bad coming to the music industry,
it's about me.
Yeah.
Oh,
what the my say Shatawale who asema we dey ni papam na me busa yen ni bonim osofu bia ono kra bahada or your counselor na you are DY donko
okay
and waka say wan hu normal 1 or 2 be if I negative about Shatawale yame adoma hu ade wo so wan hu na se wan hu a etisen na de na betumi aya ye de be bo Shatawale ho ban.
Oh, okay. Niama de ya hwe Niama Bibre. Once Niama, I think in 2019, I was one that prophesied about these things, and you know, it was a very, very big situation. Yeah. And in India, what is going to happen in Ghana now? No. And yes, will be body to money or anybody will shoot him. I saw the news. I was saying people shot somebody shot that. Me know what I saw in time. I always tell you that. Yes. Don't bring your dream to us. Make sure it's in time. Okay. What you say? It's really a timeline thing. What they would die as some no prayer. Me, I'm only mama masum that's a me from when I was a child. Till now, some of them are catch me. I'm okay. Obisim be we say me bompire, and I'm here 1 2 1 2 me bompire. I'm so okay. That's it. I didn't do anything about it, and I'm still okay because maybe I understood my capacity. So I went through it when I was younger. When we were young, me mama cried to me tum da ya na me akwala na me continuously. I didn't know, so I don't care. I'm just living my life until I've grown. And some of the things I take some of them serious and everything like that. Obiti said, you know, what I have seen is that I'm seeing him doing festival. He has shut down Ghana. He's operating with the King Cons of Jamaican music, running in a very unique manner with his godfather and all those people in Ghana, running with certain international American musicians and British musicians running together in Ghana. You're doing a show of 8 people on the bill and running with a big thing. It's like a festival lasting for 3 days. That is what I saw in time from the Independence Square across. Wow. Exactly. It will be like a festival operation. It's a street to run. Something very, very amazing. I cannot pinpoint the year, but then once I pinpoint the time, I would write it down. Exactly. But from now till that time, he was not dead. If he was dead, he was not able to do it. He wouldn't be able to do it.
Yes.
So he was alive.
Until you want to tell your brother, say, Onkana kuma tuni yemna, bibi ansani wana.
Ni Bochwi, relax Moeshe.
Because ni yem shisheno, wakachira IGP kura say, omunko chisofun, because ya shemra ogana says, I'm commission yem fambe to abontin. Until wa calling on the IGP kura say, omunye hubivi.
That one, I always say, sometimes, you know, it's based on prophetic mishaps and one or two things, but we believe those things are not really necessary. We just forget about these ones, and then the first lesson has been learned already, but some people still go ahead pushing certain things towards people. But I believe, say, we focus on the positive part and then go ahead in our life and focus on it, because maybe I will say we won't so be, but maybe a diasum near machine. I bet Nancy, but your dream is not global or the situation. What them die masum. I've dreamt things that make us say and easy, but some of them are just dreams. The question is subject to interpretation. Let me assume that I say we say I'm obi abo to, but it's a sign say oba be acting movie you be bo to a movie no more enti me hwe me sum da na me dane me tina me hwe e bia na cameras is your da no no man hwe my camera na free mo and I may catch the part where you were shot. So it's subject to interpretation.
And the shatter baby I will be a kawakuma to yem.
Maybe obe ya movie music video be obe shooting pa na ya movie video.
Bibia nsi wate shatter wale. Ka shegbe onu. Problem be no. Papa na answer na beko no. Wan kasa wo bibi personal be a person catch Ghana for nyina. It could be spiritual, it could be physical, anything that you want to tell Ghanaians.
Exactly. I will say one thing on the question that you asked. With the can God make kings and everything.
Yes.
I'll say to you that if you want to become king or anything, the most important thing is that without spiritual operation, nobody can become a president in Ghana. And it's a very simple thing. I want one president in Ghana or anybody that has become president anywhere to tell anybody on the face of the earth that they became president without the intervention of spiritual things. Not even a single one. Not even the Prince of Dubai. No, not even Al Maktoum. None of them. It's spiritual activities that brings you there. And it is very spiritual. And finally, what I will add to it is that understand that we are in the end times. Whilst we are happy and laughing and buying cars and houses and enjoying ourselves and living our best life, the coming of the Lord is at hand. One of the greatest promise on the face of the earth is that Jesus is going and he shall return. And when he returns, there will be judgment. And all the prophecies have been fulfilled and time is already set. And I can assure you that I've seen through time to so many years, but there's one thing I cannot see. When God is coming or when the end time approaches. I have seen things that is possible to happen, but I have not seen that time. So that time we can't guarantee to you in time, but we can tell you, prepare as the Lord lives. I love you all.
I love you too. Baba, before I I'm giving you the topic already.
Okay.
You better natural disasters ACC will be asking now. Nyamisa wom and I say it is saying.
Very good topic.
Because Nancy, na volcano be, or I say a hira faso, or I see tsunami, or I see a Viasho America money a dance. Let's go into that. We say Yamini Mwampa. Because yes, the Bible say a ever no bar, no more wing in a BCC, and ye be no ACC, not as a banner, and then Yamini Mohe, a drew her. Now,
and then and finally, my number.
Yes, number.
Yeah. We are Prophetic Life Embassy. We are in OUB Prayer Camp Junction. OUB Prayer Camp Junction on the way to Dodo.